Big names retiring this offseason.
People called it quits
Bro,
at the end of this
if
year.
you played for the Texans, dog, I wouldn't even blame you for retiring. You just went 1-16.
I mean, they're going to miss Trent Brown for sure.
Dude, who actually is going to want to go play for the Texans? Let's be honest, right?
I'm kind of like worried about their draft. I don't feel like they need a wide receiver.
Well, we'll talk about the draft in a little bit, but I don't know exactly who they're targeting, but they need almost all the help they can get, being 1-16 or whatever it was. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I think there was another, what was the other big name that retired? Well, I mean, you got like Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
For the
Cameron Hayward.
Cameron Hayward for the Steelers, that's a big loss.
Future Hall of Famer right there.
Yeah. DeMarcus
Maybe.
Lawrence after the Cowboys retired.
Stafford, definitely a Hall of Famer.
Now,
First ballot,
interesting for the Rams, though, because they've got Ty Simpson as Stafford mentored him for like a season, but they're projected to draft Dante Moore.
Yeah, I guess they didn't think he developed good enough behind Stafford.
You could do a battle between the two of them. You know, technically
That's
both
true.
of them are rookies, so one will back up the other.
Yeah, Ty Simpson didn't have any snaps the whole year. He actually had 0 stats.
Well, you've also got Kirk Cousins as well. Kirk Cousins retiring.
Some people on your team retired.
A lot of the older guys, J.J. Jansen, Kyle Van Noy, that's a big linebacker loss. He actually had a pretty decent year for us, I'm not going to lie. It wasn't like outstanding, but he held his ground. So Kyle Van Noy retiring.
Mario Davis.
Yeah.
Odell retired.
retired.
That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Trent Williams.
Yeah, that's a big retirement. That's a big retirement.
Wagner.
Oh, Bobby Wagner, the Cowboy. Cameron Jordan, the Colt.
When was he a Colt? Did he get traded and we not see that?
He had to have at the deadline or something, I'm sure.
Interesting. Hopkins retires a journeyman at the end of his career.
Yep. Morgan Moses.
Khalil
Mack.
He had a great year. He retired off a great year. He had like 14, 15 something sacks.
Yeah, there were some dudes getting some sacks this year. I ain't gonna lie. They were bringing them in. Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, he decided to hang it up. He was supposed to come back for another year, but he felt like that was it.
Yeah, he was on an extension.
Good season to go off of.
Yeah, he was on an extension. He just, he decided money probably wasn't where he needed to be, so he went ahead and he hung it up.
He definitely made enough money in his career, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That $4 million for a year wouldn't matter that much.
Yeah. Von Miller hung it up, too. He went ahead and said, money's not important. Played football for 15 years. That's a successful career for him. Keenan Allen on the Browns. Now,
a bunch of old people on the Browns.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers promised a Super Bowl to Cleveland. Remember this video?
I promise you the Cleveland Browns will win the Super Bowl this season.
He promised a Super Bowl to Cleveland, and he didn't bring it. That's crazy.
They sold towards the end of the year. They were in the playoffs. They were
crazy good. They had a crazy good record.
I think injuries plagued their team towards the end. I saw Isaiah Bond was hurt, Quinshon Judkins. It was a bad.
Yeah. That's
Not sure how Jared Verse did on that team.
Jared Verse had 5.5 sacks. He had 48 solo tackles. Kind of iffy, I guess. Crazy. It's kind of an iffy year,
The rest are just free agents that never got signed, it looks like. I don't see no one in big name down here.
Yeah.
Jason Pierre-Paul and he retired already.
Raheem Mostert, that's kind of a half-decent name. Miles Sanders, kind of a
Taysom
Kind of a
Hill.
big name.
Coaches that got fired.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the fired
Texans-
coaches.
They just let go the whole staff. I mean,
They
makes sense.
fired
You have to.
everybody.
you got to. The
The
Saints.
Saints
I
fired
would have kept
everybody.
Kellen Moore, low key. I like the offensive play calling and the head coaching by him.
I think Kellen Moore would be good in a coordinator role. Same with D'Amico Ryans. They tend to like D'Amico Ryans usually moves into a defensive coordinator role. Kellen Moore more of an offensive, minded head coach. So could see some defensive and offensive coordinator hirings there. I'd say.
Saints fired their OC and DC. Packers fired DC. That needed to happen. That was holding their team
they were
back.
bad. They had 4 wins. They were 4-13 this year.
Yeah, that was bad. Their offense was doing pretty good actually.
Falcons cleaned house.
Yeah, they needed that.
Yeah, let's see. The Falcons standings this year, they were 4-13, so they cleaned house.
So did the Browns.
Ooh, after a collapse of a year, they fire everyone.
Win the Super Bowl.
It's a Browns move for sure. They
Yeah.
have new coaches coming in every year.
That's interesting. So only 4 teams cleaned house this year?
Yep.
5, maybe 5 teams cleaned house this year. Not
I guess you can
bad.
count the Jets maybe. They
Yeah.
still have the what's his name?
I'm kind of surprised that
Aaron Glenn.
I'm kind of surprised that like Green Bay didn't fire. They wouldn't fire him, obviously, but I could see the coordinators getting fired for Green Bay. They just decided not to do it. All right, so now we are in the free agency week 1 period. There's some, not really some big names, but the biggest name you got in free agency is Javonte Williams. So, not necessarily a star-studded free agency class, but there are going to be some trades that'll start to come through, and we will make note of those as they come in. I can tell you one right now is going to be Bryce Lance for the Panthers. They're going to bring him back. But we will make note of the signings as they are done. We'll kind of go through them and announce who was signed and, who was let go. We'll also go over some trades and things like that, and then we'll let you know. All right, so free agency week 1 is done. Ooh,
Dang.
Still a lot of big names
Bryce.
available, though.
Daniel Jones to the Steelers.
We did get Bryce Lance back on a 5-year, $40 million contract. Is 5-year, $40 an overpay for Bryce Lance?
It's actually pretty cheap. I feel like he can be a high ceiling player.
Javonte Williams still available. He is very interested in coming to the Panthers. That's interesting. They don't have the money to afford him. Why would the Panthers sign Javonte Williams to get rid of Chuba Hubbard?
I mean, that's the thing. You're getting rid of someone because he fumbles too much and he gets injured too much to sign someone that gets injured all the time.
Javonte gets injured all the time.
Yeah, he's pretty injury-prone running back. That's why Broncos got rid of him.
All right, so who were the big free agent signings? Were there any?
Really, nobody but Daniel Jones. Yeah, he got signed for 3 years. 112 million, 13 million.
Well, the Panthers' money is really, really tight. So we'll see how the rest of free agency plays out. All right, Arizona bringing in Tyler Huntley.
I'm low-key mad. I didn't think he was signed. I kind of wanted Gardner Minshew, but I guess he didn't want to sign us.
But there's something that the fans don't know. Who's the other quarterback you got? Right here. This quarterback room right here. This is a 3-way fight for the position. Honestly, I think a couple of them are fighting to not play.
Yeah. Gabriel should definitely fight to play. Right now, at the moment, Huntley is the starter.
Yeah, you never know
Just
what
'cause
happens
he's
in
had more
preseason,
time
though.
and
You
more
never know
experience.
what happens in preseason.
You never know what happens in the draft. We could go
True.
late round quarterback.
True.
I don't know.
All right, let's see that free agency recap. Who went where? Whoa, what?
For 3 years, too.
Javonte back to the Broncos is a
That's a
crazy
really good pickup
signing.
bet. they don't need a running back in my eyes.
But if he's so injury prone, if they got rid of him for being injury prone, why would they bring him back?
It was a different coaching system when they traded him.
True. Yeah,
Sean
you're
Payton
right.
is the head coach now.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I like that though. That's a big. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good, but there were some rumors.
He's not your every down linebacker, not linebacker, but running back. I would say he can't just force him the runs, or he's gonna get wore down. But he will get you that first down on 3rd and inches though.
Well, he made it known. He voiced online that he wanted to go to the Panthers, or North Carolina. It's where he went to college. But the Panthers said they didn't want to bring him in. I don't know if it was the cash is kind of tight. He wanted $27 million over 3 years. The Panthers just decided that they were going to stick with Chuba. Christian Wilkins to the Chargers just kind of helps the defensive line. I guess it's, it kind of is what it is.
Singleton's a great linebacker pickup. It could be biased, though.
Yeah. Chidobe Awuzie, I kind of like that for the Jets. Anything to help that defense.
Jets need some help everywhere, really. Daniel Jones, 3 years. That's
that is
still quarterback for 3 years. I like that sign. I think Daniel Jones is.
That's a big contract too. Big contract. That's $120 million, $130 million, 3 years.
Yeah.
That's a big contract. That's basically $40 a year. $45 million.
When you pay someone that, you better hope you make the wild card. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's a trade target veteran, apparently.
Oh, a great pickup for the Jets. That's a great linebacker.
They're helping that defense. I'll tell you, that Jets defense.
Development for the...
Antonio Gibson, is that the new backup running back in Charlotte? There's a chance.
It's not a bad... it's pretty much... him and Hubbard are a clone of each other. They play the exact same. That's a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, I think Antonio Gibson's a lot quicker than Chuba, though, at 92 speed. I think Chuba's around that high 80s range, so could be more of an elusive back. Chuba could be that third down power back with Antonio Gibson maybe being that first, second down back. It'd be interesting to see how, Dave Canales moves forward with that dual running back offense. I don't know. I kind of like the pickup, though. Good contract, too. 1 year, $4.5 million. Kind of a transitional halfback, it seems, for them. But
the Chargers are just signing everybody they can, it seems. More linebackers. Oh, yeah. Another linebacker.
Micah McFadden. They're helping that defense. That defense will be nice next year.
The Jets?
The Jets gone defense and free agency. I like it.
Oh, that's a great tight end pickup.
Panthers signed Jonnu Smith.
For the Panthers. Him and Darren Waller will be a great pair together.
I think they're doing everything they can to try and get Bryce Young that offensive help. I think they're trying to load down that offense with Bryce Young. I kind of like it, though. I like the pickup.
Probably some depth chart for the Broncos.
Legendary NBA point guard Chris Paul, apparently.
Pretty big contract signing, I would say, for the Panthers.
They went into the offseason knowing they were going to re-sign him. They didn't care what the money amount was. Bryce Lance was the number one target for the Panthers in free agency, and that's what they signed him to. A very nice contract for him, especially if he breaks out and has a career year. He was undrafted free agent, by the way. Mind you, an undrafted free agent, and he just got paid 5 years, $40 million. That's a big contract for a North Dakota State undrafted wide receiver. The Jets and their defense. Holy cow. Now, mind you, the Jets had money to spend. They had $100 million this offseason to spend, and they spent it. They went all in on their defense. I like this pickup right here.
So did the Chargers.
The Chargers.
I guess depth chart for the Colts.
Yep.
They re-signed him. I think they let him go in the free agency.
Dude!
More Chargers. Oh, I think that's back up for the...
Yep, that's a depth. That's a depth.
Walker?
No, he was traded. Rashid was traded. The left tackle starting is Monroe Freeling.
That might actually be their starter since their left tackle just retired.
I could see that. Or they could draft one that's higher rated. I mean, they could draft one that's a higher rating.
But they haven't gone defensive tackle with their first pick.
Yeah.
Oh, great pickup. That was a good
Lander
pickup for the
Barton.
Chiefs.
I like that. I like that. Christian Ellis. Interesting. We're kind of getting down into the lows of lows.
Yeah, Clyde Edwards joins the team.
More defense for the Chargers. Could you believe it? And there you go. Kyle Trask.
Why did 2 years for...
Oh, for 58 overall?
Yeah, he's getting paid good not to play.
All right, well, that's a good free agency all around. I'd say, the Cardinals, they had $45 million left over. That's good for the draft. The Panthers at 2.5. But I think you're going to see some big moves in this draft. I'd be ready for it. I would be ready for it. But let's see what happens. That's a big get right there. That's not shown yet. That's a big get. Sonny Styles. We're going to break all of the big trades after the draft.
Now, before we get to the draft, we got some players voicing their opinions.
We got some drama happening in the one-win Houston Texans locker room.
Hey, I think everybody's agreeing with Nico Collins here. I don't know. Could just be me.
He said that he does not want C.J. Stroud anymore. He said, draft me a quarterback. And he's not even the captain of the team. But look at that story.
Since of his opinions got voiced, I think they're making the head office start thinking now maybe we do. Because look at this. This is starting to brew up.
Dante Moore. Could he be the number one pick? Everybody all year long said it's Jeremiah Love. It's Jeremiah Love. Best receiver in the country. Yep. No. Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith. All season long, all 5 mock drafts, everything was Jeremiah Smith. Now, Nico Collins said, get me a quarterback. And now it's swirling that Dante Moore could be the first pick.
Now I wonder who the Rams are going because they had the Rams drafting Dante and Julian Sayin towards
true. But could they go high on Julian Sayin? The Rams could go high on Julian Sayin. And that kind of alters the rest of the draft because all of those players are going to move up or down a spot knowing that Jeremiah Smith could be the second pick. It'll definitely be interesting to see.
Where the Rams sit currently in the draft, I think Julian Sayin is too much of a reach when they have better players to pick at that position.
I think he's projected
to pick him.
I think Julian Sayin's projected pick 14, but I think the Rams have pick 4.
Yeah.
Which will be Dante Moore. If he falls. It's basically, but what would it be if Nico Collins said, get me a quarterback, and they draft a receiver? They're like, well, here,
I think Nico
have some
Collins
fun playing behind Jeremiah Smith, buddy.
I think he's going to voice his opinions on wanting out of the team at that point.
I could see that. And I could see some people that would make a pretty hefty package to try and get Nico Collins. But I don't know. Let's see what happens in the NFL draft. Are there any other big stories? Okay. Devon Witherspoon basically wanting some, defensive help. I mean, I understand that. A lot of the defensive guys went to the Jets and Chargers. So.
Julian Love did get traded to the Texans. That's a really good pickup for the Texans.
I mean, I think anything might be good for them, honestly. Let's take a look at that Texans roster just out of curiosity. Yeah. Okay, so everybody's pissed off. Everybody's mad right now. Because, I mean, they have nothing to be happy about. So.
Wow, they're missing a good running back. I mean, this receiver room is pretty good. Tyreek Hill still stayed after all his legal issues last year.
Yep. Mind you, here's a reminder of that video. If y'all want to see it again, here's Tyreek Hill in the nightclub.
Their offensive line is stinky. Whoa, they need to draft offensive line.
It is really, really bad. It is really stink.
Their defense is good. I mean, the defensive tackle needs help.
Yeah.
Oh,
Woo. He's the only one that's happy. The defensive backs are crazy. Like, their passing
actually
defense,
insane.
defensive back-wise, should be really, really good. But they're not.
Caden Bullock's sitting behind now. I forgot Caden Bullock's on this team. That is a great. I mean, he might get mad. He's a bench player now. He's a pretty good safety. He's got 10 picks.
Who's
in
their
his
free
first
safety? Who's the free
2
safety?
seasons. The free safety is Reed Blankenship.
I think
who's
they could
also a
move
pretty
one of
decent
them.
player.
I think they could move one of them to free safety, honestly.
Probably should. I think Julian Love would be the better free safety at his height.
Well, let's move into what is a massive NFL draft for both of these teams.
Yeah.
Dave Canales and Dan Morgan drafting depth while the Cardinals could possibly be drafting their quarterback of the future.
Now here's a reminder for your top 10 picks this year going into the draft.
See, it's just so
What to
crazy. So the best player overall is Dante Moore. And could he go to the Texans, or are they going to take Jeremiah Smith? I don't know. What do you think?
We can't forget Ryan Williams is in this draft now.
He is.
Can't forget
And
that.
the kind of, I'd say, sneaky pick is Lenoris.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see what happens.